Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be starting a new series called What's More Worth Buying. Today's episode is the Mattel Jurassic World Primal Attack Massive Biters. So far I've only got 2 of them. I hope to get the Sea Megarorum when I can, hopefully today. But in today's question was asked by nobody. I just decided to make this. So if you guys want to ask a question between 2 of the same Mattel dinosaurs, ask me and I can try and get them. Or if I already have them, I'll review them. So what is more worth buying, Sarcosuchus or Tarbosaurus? Well, let's start with the overall action features. So if you're looking for a realistic action feature, I'd say Sarcosuchus. Sarcosuchus has, both of them have a chomping jaw, you can, how do I put this, they both have a button on the tail, that makes them snap their jaws. Sarcosuchus, also they both have, when you turn the tail or twist it, the head twists for like a thrashing mode, well not thrashing, but sort of what modern crocodiles do today. And then the Sarcosuchus is the only one that has, I believe, is one of the few that has, apart from the carnivorous sound strikes, it has you can move its head to the side for a thrashing action. But one upsetting thing is that when you push the button and try and do it, the neck kind of locks in, and it doesn't really work as well. But if you close the jaws, which you close the jaws like this, it works just fine. It's only when you push the button. So it's not the jaw it's not the mouth that's doing it, it's the button. Without the button, with the button. Okay, so there you go. Also, I'm going to show you guys the scan code. Okay, let me try and get it. My hand's a little shaky right now, guys. So let me just try and get it to focus. There you go. Trying to focus it. So there it is. Next is the Tarbosaurus. Now I don't have anything to hold my phone up with, so I'm just kind of doing this by myself. So the Tarbosaurus has the same button feature on the tail. You just push down the button, and it clamps the jaws. But luckily, it's not just like a snapping jaw. So you can actually, it's not like a clicking jaw. So you can actually slowly make it look like it's growling or something. Now, this guy does have a thrashing feature. You just twist the tail like you do with the Sarcosuchus. Well, this guy's different from the Sarcosuchus. You just grab a human or a compy, and you just thrash around. I didn't bring any other dinosaurs out with me, so I could show this in another video. So, what's worth more buying, a dinosaur or a crocodile? Okay, so if we look at the paint jobs, the Sarcosuchus has some green, a swampy green with a maroon brownish with a brown, making it look like it's a swamp dwelling crocodile. But I believe in real life this guy was more of an ocean dwelling crocodile. Luckily, it didn't live at the same time as Megalodon, which the Megalodon lived in the Cenozoic, where the mammoth and crap lived. But this guy lived in the mid-Cretaceous, I believe, early to mid-Cretaceous. And after its extinction, the Dinosuchus lived in the late Cretaceous, where it would dominate North America. This guy, I believe, dominated Argentina, most of Europe, and Africa. And it was seen in Monsters Resurrected, where it was called Dinosuchus. But you could tell in part because the Sarcosuchus, its jaws it has this big knob right here, and it's more related to a false gharial crocodile, while the Deinosuchus is more related to your modern alligator. Fun fact, these things they didn't have the right anatomy to a death roll. And if these guys lived today, they would never stop growing. That's a true fact. These things never stop growing. So they could grow to massive sizes. Now, of course, they didn't grow to, like, the size of those trees over there because they went extinct. So, I don't remember what the largest specimen is, but I believe the Sarcosuchus is about as large as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So, speaking of Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tarbosaurus is a possible close relative of T-Rex, and the reason why I say it's possible is because, like, some paleontologists think that Tarbosaurus could be more related to Asian Tyrannosaurs, such as Electrosaurus and Alioramus, while Tyrannosaurus is more related to North American Tyrannosaurs, such as Daspletosaurus or Gorgosaurus, which I think that might be the case, while other paleontologists think that these two are related. But I think it's more the North American and the Asia thing. I think it's more like that. So we look at this guy's paint job. You can see that he has he has spines running down his back. Trust me, I've counted these before. I've counted every single one of these. Don't remember how many there are. I'm too lazy to count. But the paint, I should just mention the paint stop on most of the Mattel figures. The paint stops like either right at the hip or down to the to the end of the tail and don't quite finish it. But this guy has the colors of the Troodon from the Telltale Jurassic Park game, or Jurassic Park the game, which is weird because Mattel is going to make a Troodon for their 2021 toy line of Primal Attack, and it has a pink throat and a light gray color instead of this coloration. So why they use this for the Tarbosaurus, I'm not sure, but it still looks nice overall. Now the arms are pronated, the hands are pronated, unlike in real life. Now pronated is when the hands are like this, they're facing forward, when they should be facing more like this, where they're facing each other. So, also the Tarbosaurus red throat, it kind of looks like it's been eating something. Like, it was eating like a dead, a dead Saurolophus carcass. I think it lived alongside Saurolophus and Centaurosaurus. But, yeah. Also, in the Tarbosaurus the Mightiest Ever, this guy is shown to be more built like a T-Rex, when it is not the case. It was actually more thinner. It was more slender in real life, and it was slightly smaller than a Tyrannosaurus. And also, in the Tarbosaurus Mightiest Ever, this guy is shown to hunt Protoceratops and live alongside Velociraptor, which it did neither of those things. It actually lived after Protoceratops and Velociraptor. So don't get that mixed up. So what do I think of the Sarcosuchus? I think it is a very nice toy. For collectors, I'd say this is a pretty good figure, as it's one of the few prehistoric crocodilians we've got in the Jurassic Park franchise. The first one was the Ornithosuchus. The second one was the Postosuchus, and now we got the Sarcosuchus, or Postosuchus, or Ornithosuchus. I just say it both ways, just whenever. Now, the points of articulation, the legs are on a swivel. Well, not a swivel, but on a ball joint, so they can move outwards. And I think this is called a swivel. I'm not sure, but the hands can go out like this. So we can get it to look like more it's laying down. So if I pull it out like this, it actually looks like it's more like laying down. Maybe basking in the sun. There you go. And the points of articulation on the Tarbosaurus are the arms. The left arm can only go this far backwards, and this far forwards. Oh no, that's forwards. I don't really know. I get mixed up. Same with this arm. This arm can only go so much forward and so much backwards. I believe the Tarbosaurs lived about 70 million years ago. So around I believe around the time when the Daspletosaurus lived. So they might have been like, well, I don't like if Tarbosaurus and T-Rex were really related. I'm pretty sure they would have lived around the same time. Probably, maybe they would have, but I'm not sure. But I do believe that the Tarbosaurus is more related to its Asian ancestors, such as Alioramus and Teratophonia. Actually, I believe no, not Teratophonius, but Electrosaurus and I think Guanlong. Now, Tarbosaurus lived in the Cretaceous period, and Sarcosuchus, so the late Cretaceous for Tarbosaurus, this guy lived in, I believe, around the early to mid Cretaceous, and then it just died off during the mid Cretaceous. Now, fun fact: the Sarcosuchus is nicknamed the Super Croc because it is the largest crocodile to ever exist. And no, it is not. I don't think it would ever grow to the size of Lizzie from Rampage, or look something like that. I believe this guy would have looked more like a false gharial crocodile, but much more bulkier and larger. And this guy was able to hunt down dinosaurs, such as such as Uranosaurus and maybe I forgot what the hold on, I'm trying to remember what the name of the iguanodons were in the what was it called? I don't remember what they were called in the giant. It was in one of the BBC specials alongside the giant claw. But they actually have a different name. It's not actually an iguanodon. I don't remember the name though. So if I